Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Acted kinda innocent this morning. You don't wanna talk it out. I agree the talking feels pointless. Still it happens every night. You know that I need ya, but I'm so sick of this, not sure I can leave ya.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be unboxing our MacBook Pro. Not just unboxing it, but I'll give you a review of the MacBook Pro, if it's worth it to buy it despite the hype. This is the new 13-inch MacBook Pro with Apple M1 chip, 8-core CPU and 8-core GPU, 256 gig storage MacBook Pro with silver color. We will start with the unboxing. Are you ready? Smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Let's get started.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. With time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my
This particular configuration with 8 gig memory RAM, 256 gig SSD, 13-inch MacBook Pro. Of course, it has a Retina LED backlight display with True Tone technology, 2560 by 1600 pesos, backlight Magic Keyboard, touch bar and touch ID. This is practically insane. Goodness. As you saw in the video, the box came with a 2 meters USB-C charge cable, 61 watt USB-C power adapter, papers and notes for you to read, Apple licensing agreement if you are interested in checking them out. And finally, our MacBook Pro. This is the 13-inch MacBook Pro, silver. Goodness, this looks so clean, so sick, practically sick. What? Goodness. I'm not really a fan of Apple MacBook, but this is exceptional. Goodness, this is just over the edge in everything. Before we open inside, let's start from the external. It has a small size, of course, it's 13-inch. It's literally like a notebook, just that it's a little bit heavier than a notebook. It weighs about 3 pounds, which is 1.4 kilograms. This is a headphone jack for you to use with your headset. And it also has 2 USB ports for charging, file transfer, video transfer, or whatever else you want to do with it. This is the 2 Thunderbolt ports. The display is excellent, especially with the backlight, and is extremely clear. I used to assume that MacBooks are overhyped, but this new model is exception. It actually worth the hype. The excellent thing about this MacBook is the M1 chip. The M1 chip is the differentiating factor between this MacBook and several other MacBooks that Apple has made. The M1 chip is the game changer for the MacBook Pro. Before this time, Apple had an agreement with Intel where Apple used Intel processors in their MacBook Pros. That's why when you buy a MacBook, they'll tell you it's 6.5 GHz CPU processor, 2.3 GHz 8-core processor. But the game changer here is that Apple has been doing experiments time now to produce their own processor, and now this is the first time they are actually putting the processor on board with the MacBook Pro. Apple used the processor in their phone from inception, but this is the first time that they're using it on a laptop. Goodness, it has changed the game. The system is extremely fast, the color is bright and can be dimmed to a reasonable extent. The Magic Keyboard makes the laptop to work like a phone. The efficiency, the speed of operation is well synced with Apple products like Safari in such a way that the speed is extremely fast. You don't waste time, there's no lagging when you are using it with Apple product.
Until now, a Mac needed multiple chips to deliver all of its features. It had chips for the processor, I/O, security, and memory. Now with the M1, these technologies are combined into a single SoC, delivering a whole new level of integration for more simplicity, efficiency, and amazing performance. M1 also features our Unified Memory Architecture, or UMA. M1 unifies its high bandwidth, low latency memory into a single pool within a custom package. As a result, all of the technologies in the SoC can access the same data without copying it between multiple pools of memory. This dramatically improves performance and power efficiency. M1 has a massive 16 billion transistors, and we use all of these transistors to give M1 amazing performance and leading-edge technologies. And our goal is to make each of these technologies best in class. The incredible performance of M1 starts with the CPU, which features two types of cores, high performance and high efficiency. Our high performance core is the world's fastest CPU core. The M1 CPU leads the industry by delivering the world's best CPU performance per watt. Let's take a look. Here is the CPU performance and power usage of the very latest PC laptop chip. And here's M1. M1 delivers significantly higher performance at every power level. And at just 10 watts, the thermal envelope of a MacBook Air, you can see that M1 delivers up to 2 times the CPU performance of the PC chip. And M1 can deliver the peak performance of the PC chip while using just a quarter of the power. This is a big deal.
It has 500 nits of brightness and the view adjusts very well to your environment. The major problem with Apple products before, Apple laptops in particular, was battery. But this M1 MacBook was a game changer as the battery can last very long. The battery can last up to 20 hours and this is the longest in any Mac ever. The microphone and the camera very good. For the webcam, could be 1080p instead of the usual 720p. This is what I hope they improve on in their next update. Yes, for the video editing, and since I used DaVinci Resolve, there was no need for me to pre-install Final Cut Pro or Logic Pro. You can edit very well with Final Cut Pro and partly with DaVinci Resolve, but with Adobe Premiere, extremely slow. It cannot be well synced with Adobe Premiere. So bad news for those that use Adobe Premiere. Again, for data security, this laptop is highly secured because it was made with Mac OS Big Sur. So hackers, sorry, bad news for you. The speed of this MacBook Pro, which is 13-inch, is faster than the old model and also faster than the 16-inch MacBook Pro, for you to know how fast it is. Overall, this is a great buy and I'm so excited for having it. It's so sleek. Goodness, everything was well made and perfectly synced together. It's especially good for students that use Word and PowerPoint because as you are typing in Word or in PowerPoint, the touch bar will be especially helpful and useful to help you type faster, make certain corrections without having to look for each icon on the toolbar. Thank you guys for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel as I'll be giving you updates on more Apple products. Thank you.
Talk to me